Steve, no further progress in the EFL trophy. What are your thoughts?
No, disappointed really. You know, I wanted to get through to that next round. We had that opportunity tonight. You know, even if we'd have come here and got a draw, it would have taken us through. So disappointing really. It was a lacklustre performance. It was almost like one of those after the Lord Mayor's, as I've said before. You know, there was a lot of hype involved around the weekend, and this game bothered me a little bit. And I think the boys that normally start didn't reach the levels that they have done. And I think the other boys, I think it's always difficult when they're thrown back out there to try and get up to speed again. And I think that's what we looked tonight. We looked disjointed a little bit tonight, and I think that was probably, you know, like I say, down to where we are at the moment. But you know, just in that phase of that week is what I mean. So there's a few positives. You know, young Callum got 90 minutes again. I didn't think he let anybody down tonight. I know it was only 15-20 minutes for Charlie. I thought he did okay when he came on the pitch. Obviously pleased for Josh Vella to get 90 minutes under his belt in what was a competitive game. So there are some pluses. Sean Worley getting back out on the pitch after that worrying calf injury. So yeah, I mean not what we'd have wanted, but there are a few positives to come out of the game, thankfully.
Always difficult when you're chasing a game from early on as well.
Just said to the boys, you know, that we didn't start playing till we're 2 down, and I've said that too many times this season. You know, we do that. We're a bit soft, and then when we go 2-0 down, it's like we get angry, and then we start playing again. Whereas really, do that in the first place, and then we don't have to worry about being 2-0 down.
The double change you made at half-time, was that pre-planned?
Yeah, there was definitely substitutes going to come on in that game, and we said about those people that had miles. So, you know, George Nurse was going to come on anyway, but we didn't start him. He's played very well of late, but he was going to come on, and Nat was going to come off anyway. So that was, yeah, it was pretty pre-planned, that one. Sean Worley, we didn't want to give him any longer than 45 minutes, so that was quite good. Then we managed to get him on the field for that period of time. Elliot Bennett, I didn't really want to play at all tonight because Elliot's probably had the most football and done the most miles in that position, so I didn't really want to put him on. If it would have been anything, it would have been right at the death, you know, and that probably would have been to take a penalty anyway. So I think what it has been, whilst we haven't progressed, there's a slight disappointment with that. But what it has been good, it's been good that we've ended up in a few of these games giving some of the young players a game, and we've also ended up getting back tonight to having, you know, if we hadn't have had this competition, we wouldn't have got Josh Feller out on the pitch, we wouldn't have got Sean Worley out on the pitch. So, you know, Harry Burgoyne's had another couple of games where, you know, Marco's been very good this season, so, you know, it's been a run out for him. We just don't, because we don't have that reserve league, we never get any continuity with those other players. So a lot of teams that we play, a lot of those players will play in their reserve leagues or whatever like that, and they end up getting a little bit of continuity. So we don't quite have that whenever we join in these games. So, you know, it's been a competition for us where we've managed to give the young players a game and managed to get a few players back to fitness in it. No more than that, unfortunately.
Josh Vella completed the full game.
Yeah.
Is that always the plan as well? Has he come through fine?
To be honest, no, it wasn't always the plan of him completing the game. But I actually thought as the game went on, he got a little bit more, he got a bit stronger and a bit more confident. So I think it was one of them ones where we leave him and just burn him out, if you know what I mean. So it as regards all of that was good, and no injuries, thankfully.
You've got to wait now for a few 10 days or so, I think it is, until the next game.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we played a few of the players that we played. You know, we've totaled up the minutes and had a little look that we can afford to play him, and him. You know, it might not have been those players I would have picked when we're putting the team together, but, you know, and the others we've managed to just be able to take the foot off the pedal a little bit with them and give them a little bit of a break. So as regards that, like I say, you know, the competition has been good for us on that, but obviously not good for us
And chance to spend plenty of time on the training ground at Sundowne Castle, I'm sure.
Well, we always do anyway, so there's nothing really any different there. We always spend plenty of time on the training ground.
It's unusual in some ways because you have been playing when the international breaks previously have been happening. You've still had fixtures, so in some ways, is it a good thing to have a bit of a break?
I think probably is at the moment, yeah, if I'm honest. I think it is a good time to have a break. But that was why it was probably important that we ended up getting Josh and we ended up getting Sean Worley through tonight's game. But I think it is good to have a break because obviously that gives Marco, Matthew Pennington, that gives them a bit more time because they'll need a bit more time, So I think it is good for us at the moment. Or hopefully it will be anyway.
How are they?
Okay.
Thanks as always for your time, Steve.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.